Georgia Business RadioX Studio.
This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Hey folks, I'm your host Tom Sheldon. We're at the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio, and I have with me a tremendous guest today, Miss Laney Johnson. Laney, you out there?
I am. Hi.
That is Laney. Hi, Laney. How are you?
Fabulous. How are you?
You know, I'm really good. I think there was a little bit of a gaffe on the intro music. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay.
I don't know either. We'll just bypass that.
I got to give a shout out to my good buddy Mike Salmon, who is running the board for us. He is producing.
I'm going to jump in because you threw me under the bus there.
It's beeping, baby.
Yeah, I forgot to turn your mic on, but some might say that was probably the best intro we ever had.
It probably was, actually.
Yeah, if I kept it off, it would have been even better. But I turned you on. I turned the mic on.
That was my bet. Yes, you turned the mic on. That was my best performance, and you didn't get it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go ahead and let you go because listening to you does get me excited.
Laney's a lot better guest than both of us. So, Laney, you didn't run off yet. Good.
Woo, we are here.
Tell me about the businesswoman and insurance agency owner, Laney Johnson. How did you make it to Jackson County?
Oh, Lord. Good old Jackson. Well, so I am born and raised here in Atlanta, Georgia.
Nice. You're a Georgian, like myself.
I am a Georgia peach.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I thought I would eventually get out of Dodge, but here we are, 34 and a half years later.
Dodge kind of made it to you, I'm afraid. Everything moved to us, didn't it?
It did. Just being in Atlanta, I got really sick of 285. I could not.
I can imagine. What, the northern suburbs were you in?
Yeah. I went between like Smyrna and Dunwoody.
Yeah, a lot of traffic over there.
Oh my gosh, it was insane. I told my husband, I said, if I have to get on 285 one more time, we may be divorced.
So he moved you to Jackson County.
Smart
man.
Yes, he got on the phone, found me a house, and moved us up here about a year ago.
Oh wow! Well, I guess welcome to Jackson County is still in order.
Yes,
it's only been about a year.
Exactly.
Nice. Now your insurance agency, Goosehead Insurance.
Yes.
I have to say, before I met you, I'd never heard of Goosehead.
I am not shocked.
Is this? It must be something new.
Not really.
No.
It was
new to the area, maybe.
Kinda, yeah. It's been new to Georgia about 3.5 years now.
That's not very long.
No, it's not, especially for the insurance world. So, but it started out in Texas, out in 2004.
Out west.
Yeah.
So it's insurance. What is it? Home and auto. What kind of insurance do you specialize? I guess not necessarily Goosehead.
I do home and auto. That is my bread and butter. I usually work with first-time home buyers. That is my niche. And then commercial business insurance as well.
What, workman's comp, liability?
All of the above.
All
GLs, BOPs.
That sounds confusing right away.
Too many acronyms in the insurance world.
Now, how long have you been in the insurance world?
Oh, about 10 years, June of 2013.
So you're a seasoned veteran before you decide to buy your own agency. Now you are the boss. You've
boss lady.
And this is a franchise. You've
Absolutely. I was with State Farm beforehand.
Okay.
And then decided.
You got to start somewhere. You probably learned what not to do.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Wow, is that a nice way to put that?
Oh, absolutely. For sure.
I had State Farm for years. Wonderful company. I bought several of their executives' big homes, I think. But that's let's not get into that. So what made you decide? Because you might have been able to open a State Farm office, but you went with Goosehead. So what was that factor? Goosehead.
Actually, I was on the path to opening up my own State Farm agency. I got into contracts with them and just realized I wasn't going to have any equity in my book of business.
Gotcha.
And that's a big factor for me. I want to have a lot more control.
Well, this is part of your retirement.
Oh, absolutely.
Even at a young age.
Yeah.
This is what you're building.
I mean, I wanted to be able to give it to either, a friend or
someone with a lot of money.
Lord, I hope so.
And maybe a friend too.
I think
they will be your friend if they have a lot of money.
They better be my friend.
It'll work.
So yeah, just looking at both contracts, and I've got a lot more freedom and a lot more opportunity with Goosehead than I did at State Farm.
Now is that what kind of separates? Is that what's making Goosehead unique?
Oh,
how they treat their partners? Because you're a partner with them.
Oh, yeah.
With the mothership.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are definitely considered partners.
What else makes it so unique?
Just the fact that, like I was talking about with State Farm, same with like a Farmers or an American Family, those are captive agencies. So they can only write for that company. So essentially what they're doing is they're working for that company. Whereas I've got about 45 different companies that I broker for.
And when you say captive, you mean that literally you're in a box.
You are in a...
This is what you're selling. Go sell it.
Yep. This is what we want you to sell.
You don't have to deal with that.
Oh, no. I sell what needs to be sold, what's best for the client.
Custom fit to the client.
Absolutely.
One size does not fit all.
And it really doesn't. And I thought it did being at State Farm, but coming over to Goosehead and having the options that I have, I realize I've got a lot more flexibility now.
I'm sure you do.
It makes it so good for the client.
I got to imagine you can reach, or I don't know about reach, but you can take care of more clients. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Broaden the book, because you can broaden the insurance you can provide. Am I thinking along the right lines on that?
Mm-hmm. Like, for instance, one scenario was State Farm. I couldn't write a vacancy home. In today's day and age, there are a lot of people, investors, going out and buying and flipping homes. So they're vacant.
And sometimes the land's worth more than the house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to be able to have options like that to service all types of people. Mm-hmm. So...
And lady, we're not here to talk badly about State Farm.
Wonderful
company,
love them.
Wonderful company. Now Goosehead might be a little bit better.
I'm
just saying.
Just
But we're not here to. It sounds like we're really dumping on State Farm.
I know, and I'm not.
We love State Farm. We love State Farm.
I've got friends who are State Farm agents still, and I refer business over to them sometimes
because of that flexibility.
Absolutely.
So they love you and Goosehead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about some just common everyday insurance things. I've got other, I guess I call them friends. I really don't have any friends, but that's it. Mike, the producer, is shaking his head madly. Yeah. That's why he turns Mike off. But no, I've heard horror stories from some of my acquaintances. I won't call them friends. How the refrigerator goes out or the stove goes out, and they want insurance to pay for that. That's not what homeowners insurance is for. I know that's a big misconception. Things like that. I know you've got great stories. Please share some. We'll try to keep it PG, but share some great stories about insurance misconceptions.
So a large one that I get all the time is it's a scam. Insurance is a scam. I'm paying in for nothing. I'm never going to get anything.
Which, after a long period of time, that's a good thing, because that meant nothing really bad happened to you.
And that's what I try to tell people. I'm like, well, then you're really blessed, you know? Like, you didn't have a major house fire, because I guarantee if you didn't have anything, you would definitely want that check. Like my colleague who just called me up saying, half my house is on fire. What do I do? I'm like, well, first call the fire department, not me.
Yeah, really. We see you're quit fanning it, first of all. No.
Do not throw more gasoline on it.
Yeah, really.
Another misconception is that people think that the cheapest is the way that they should go.
Right.
It is not the way that they should go. A lot of people are riding around with state limits, meaning you've got about $25,000 in property damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the average vehicle on the road these days is about $40,000.
Yeah.
So your insurance pays out $25,000. You're on the hook for $15,000. Someone's suing you, and
now go into a little bit of detail about that. You're talking about if you hit somebody and total their car.
Yep.
So if their car is worth more than $25,000,
and you're riding around with only $25,000,
not many people understand that.
No, very little understand that. You probably only understand that if you've been in the insurance industry.
Right. Yeah, or owned a fleet or something like that, where you've either even if you've been hit by somebody, and they couldn't cover.
Yep.
I've been in that situation actually. But that's very important. Talk about that just a little bit more so everyone can understand who's listening.
So what liability coverage is it's actually asset protection for you.
Okay.
People don't understand that. So what that liability coverage is protecting your home. It's protecting your assets. It's protecting your car. Most importantly, it's protecting your income.
Okay.
People do not think of income as a tangible asset. They think of it as a fluent asset. And so what that is setting you up for is to make sure that if, heaven forbid, you're in an accident and it is your fault, which it can happen very easily on 285, rear-end someone.
Sometimes it's called your fault and there was nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, that person, they didn't cut you off.
You're the one that got the ticket.
But, I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
And it just so happened to be a Maserati. That's fun.
Yeah.
So here you are. You've got a decent job. You're making about, $50,000, $60,000 a year. You've got $25,000 in property coverage. That vehicle now costs, $35,000 to fix the bumper on it. Mm-hmm. That person is going to sue you. You don't have that $10,000 in your bank account. So then, therefore, they're going to go and garnish your wages up to 25%.
Right. They'll come after you.
Oh, they will. And they will get it all and some.
So the insurance company ceases to protect you at that point?
They've done what they said that they're going to do.
Really?
They said, you pay for the $25,000. We paid out the $25,000. Our hands are off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand.
It becomes devastating, actually.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah.
So the guy in the Maserati who probably doesn't need the money, but still he's been wronged, or she could be wronged. She personally sues you. She goes beyond the insurance. That's what people don't understand.
Yep.
Well, I got insurance, but it runs out.
It does. It does.
Sometimes really quick.
Oh, like I said, the average vehicle on the road these days is $40,000. Yeah. That's just the average. It's probably even a little bit higher.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, just to know what kind of...
That's just replacing the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
What if there's injuries?
So you've got specific limits. Usually they break it up into 3 parts. You've got, if you have state limits, 25, 50, 25. So $25,000 for one person, hurt, killed, or disabled.
Okay.
$50,000 for all persons hurt, killed, or disabled.
Okay.
And then $25,000 for the property damage. So say you did total out a vehicle and you did injure someone. Say you killed them. Then they'll pay out $25,000. Guarantee you their family is going to come after you for more than that.
Oh, yeah.
And if you have a decent paying job, they're going to garnish their wages for as long as they need to. They could put a lien on your home.
Wow.
It's sad.
No, that's, wow. That's something everyone needs to think about.
They really do. And that's my...
No one understands it. Well, not no one, but few understand it.
And that's my goal with doing what I do. I was an adjuster before I became an agency owner, and just I saw day in and day out how policies were poorly put together and how people were just devastated and left with nothing. And I said, the only way I know how to fix this is by turning around, going to the other side, and making sure my clients understand. I won't even write 25, 50, 25.
I don't blame you.
It's literally a $5 difference between that and the next level up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's very minimal. And when you explain it to someone, I've never had a person say, no, I'm good.
I need that $5.
I'm like, well, then you can go call Geico.
Wow. But Geico's a wonderful company, too.
Geico is.
Well, but, and I'm not defending anyone, but if you're put in that box that we talked about earlier, you don't have a lot of choice.
No.
Because you can't customize anything.
No, exactly.
No, there's just no flexibility.
No. So being able to have multiple companies every single insurance company wants something different. Mm-hmm. They all have their niches of what they are striving to have on their book of business, whether that be mobile homes or that be older homes or newer homes. Every single company wants something different.
I got you. What do you recommend? Obviously not $25,000. What do you recommend on these policies?
I start out recommending $250,000 per person, $500,000 for all persons, $100,000 for the property damage with an umbrella policy, which is an additional $1 million in liability protection.
I got you.
I start from there and then have a conversation with people, and if we need to go down.
Does that umbrella go up? Maybe they own a larger company. They have more assets. They have a potential of making more. Does that umbrella go up from there?
It can, or it could just simply be the fact that maybe you have children who are going to cause more liability in your life than what you would.
See, I never thought of that.
Yeah, or maybe you have a pool in your backyard.
I wouldn't have that. I'll come to your pool. I won't. I'll try hard not to get hurt. But no, I'm over the pool thing a long time ago. So getting back to that, $250,000, $500,000, 100,000.
Yep.
I got you. I owned a fleet in a former life, and I think it was $500,000, $500,000, $1 million, $500,000, something like that. Commercial vehicles.
Usually, commercial vehicles are starting out at 500,000, if not $1 million.
Maybe it was $1 million across the board.
It usually is, which that's a combined single limit.
We had light trucks.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as you put a company name on a truck, it's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh.
No matter what you're doing.
People are attracted to that. They see that name and they automatically assume that you've got money. So, ooh, you bumped me. My neck hurts. My back hurts.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
You find out how good your insurance is when you need it. Or how bad it is when you need it.
Or how good your agent is.
Well, I never had a Laney Johnson, and I am kicking myself now.
You should be.
I am. I'm kicking myself under the table.
Well, I'm here now.
Yep. Life begins.
And so it begins.
I think I already know the answer to this, but what are some of your favorite things about doing this, other than getting to talk to great podcast hosts?
Oh, my gosh. This is like my number one thing. I can go home now.
Yeah, your week is over.
It's done.
It's only Tuesday afternoon.
It's done.
Check it off, baby.
My favorite thing about this is that I legitimately get to help people.
Yeah.
Whether that be saving money or being an agent who actually picks up the phone or navigating them through a claim that they just have no earthly idea of where to even start.
Right.
Because unfortunately, insurance companies do drop the ball. There are human people on the other side of that phone. They do make mistakes.
Yeah.
And you got to have someone in your corner to make sure if those mistakes are being made that you've got an advocate. And being able to go from an adjuster and being on that side to now an agency owner, I've got a lot of experience. So I can therefore give my client the best that they can possibly get.
Gotcha.
So it's a great time. Telling someone I get to save them $2,500 a year.
Nice.
I get a high off of that.
You should.
I do.
Should.
I'm like, all right, let's throw an umbrella on there, go buy a boat, go on vacation, go dump it all down the drain now.
Now you get to spend it.
Exactly.
Now, do you have people working under you? You have a team.
I do not have a team in my office.
Okay.
However,
But the
Goosehead as a
Goosehead
whole
has a team.
We've got a large service team, which
Gotcha.
They are amazing people. It sets me up to where I can really focus on my clients and anything really transactional. Like you get a new car or you need to add your 16-year-old son on to your insurance. They're there to just handle those small things.
Right.
But claim stuff, big stuff that you need help with, you've got my cell phone number. You're calling me. You're talking to me. You're telling me what's going on.
So you're very hands-on.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't send everyone to a 1-800 number. Possibly not in this country.
I despise 1-800 numbers. I say, please don't call that. Please call me. I've got more experience. I'm going to set you up for success. They're not.
That's one reason I left one of the big insurance companies many, many years ago. Dealt with a local agent for actually generational. Father and then son took over, and they had been a part of our family.
Oh, wow.
For years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everything was shipped off to a website and to an 800 number, and the agent, I don't even know what he was doing. He
just fizzled away.
Yeah. I left that. It was no longer, there was no personal touch at all anymore.
Well, and that's
so important.
A lot of people want that.
We really miss that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, who wants to call a 1-800 number and you can barely understand what the person is saying?
Right.
I mean, I pride myself on that.
Well, it's when something really, really bad's happening, your house is on fire, you're scared, you just totaled your car, you hit somebody, someone's hurt. Bad moments, bad situations. Having that personal touch on the other end of the phone, or maybe even showing up in person, just someone that I may know, someone I can trust, someone who actually at least acts like they care about me. Well, it's me we're talking about. That makes such a huge difference.
It really does.
And knowing you're there, that alone is just, it's peace of mind.
Oh, I tell people all the time.
You can't buy that. You can't put a price on that.
No, I'm like, you've got my cell phone number. Literally text me. I'm your friend. Like, let me know what's going on. Send me pictures. Like, Text me if I'm in the middle of a, radio show and your house is on fire. I'll leave.
Mike, we got to wrap up quick.
I think my phone's ringing. Hold on.
Phone's ringing. How do the folks find you? I know there's a website.
There is a website. However,
website.
No, it's all fake. It's all fake.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Phone, email?
Phone, email. You can call me, 770-644-7225. Email, laney.johnson@Goosehead. Or, if you're a lender, if you're working with a lender, have them reach out to me. If you don't know what to do, what to ask,
I got you.
We'll get you in the loop.
And that's Laney, Laney.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yep. At Goose, Goosehead.
Head. Gotcha. All righty. Well, what other pearls of wisdom do you have? What did we leave out before we get out of here?
Just when you're talking to your agent, be honest. If you've had accidents, if you've had tickets, we can see that.
That's why it's hard to hide those, isn't it?
We can see that. And guess what? If you tell me you don't have anything and I listed on the application that you've not had anything, and they go and they pull it and you have, that company has a right to deny you based off of the fact that you lied on an application.
Wow.
So just be honest.
Just be honest. Own it.
Own it. It's okay. Hey, it's not like I got a super speeder a couple months ago. It's okay. We're all human.
I travel 85 a lot, so I'm not saying a word.
I wasn't on 85 either. What?
Oh, what? Oh, never mind. Well, Laney, thanks for coming in today. You've brightened our day.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Folks, you need to come or call this young lady, email this young lady, and talk insurance with her. She knows her game, and she's a delight to have around. Mike, you still there somewhere? He's waving. You ready? There's my music. Thank you, folks. Thank you for listening to Northeast Georgia Business Radio.